Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the Wheel of Mysteries. I'm Sean Blomer. We can go around the table and introduce ourselves.
Hey, I'm Calvin Stidham.
I am Aiden Nice.
I'm Abdullah Sabata.
Thomas did him.
Sean Smith.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, make sure to smash that subscribe button and like and comment down below. Now, let's spin that wheel to see what our topic is.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh.
dinosaurs. That's actually a really cool topic.
Okay.
Oh,
So, you guys like my
autism time.
Wait, you guys like my YouTube intro, right? I've been
Yeah,
practicing
pretty good.
totally. Yeah, mirror.
Yeah.
By
So,
myself, okay.
does anyone play any like dinosaur games or anything?
Oh,
I watched Jurassic Park, but I feel like I literally just watched that recently. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Does Ark count?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Ark
It's better to say that
counts.
didn't count than
I play Ark from every maybe month. I'll
Isn't
do
that
a run on it.
for
It's like how Ark
context?
is
I haven't
yes.
played it, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. For context, Ark is a survival-based game that includes dinosaurs, and don't you start? I'm pretty sure, at least, correct me if I'm wrong. You start from basically nothing, right? And you
Exactly.
have to work your way up in gear. You know, like get like survival tools, and you have to build yourself like a
Yeah.
shelter. But you can
Yeah.
go all the way up from like primitive like livings to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
high tech. Like you can get like I think like jetpacks.
Wait,
and
so
stuff
have you
like that,
played?
right? Laser guns.
Jetpack.
No, I haven't. I've actually heard just a lot about Ark.
Okay, I'm surprised you haven't
But what
played
makes it different from other survival games is you get dinosaurs.
Mhm.
Raw.
You can also tame the dinosaurs.
it. Yeah, but so do you guys have a favorite Jurassic? I said actually no. I guess I don't know. I would say Jurassic Park movie, but honestly, I've only seen like one. And I said my
I've
favorite one.
literally only seen the first
I
one.
would say I've only seen the first one. Are there more? Is it just Jurassic Park, Jurassic World? Is that it? Is that it?
You
I think
fool.
There's like
I,
the
was say,
Fallen
I actually don't
Kingdom.
know. Actually, I've only watched one.
I think there's two more.
There's 2 more Jurassic Parks, and then there's 3 Jurassic Worlds with another one coming out this year.
You guys forgot about the Netflix animated TV show.
You mean Camp Cretaceous?
Yeah.
Do not talk about Camp Cretaceous. That thing went on for so long. I was like, oh my gosh, eat the children already.
Okay,
I don't
bye.
care.
Okay, we're gonna get demonetized. That's great. So everybody's favorite dinosaur. Honestly, I kind of like the little rat ones. You know, the dinosaur equivalent of the rat. Those little bitty
Green
dudes that are like my size of my ankle. Yeah, I like those guys. They're funny. I'd punt one.
I think they're like Cornetops? I don't remember their name.
You know, I'm really bad at memorizing stuff. There's a reason why I I fail when it comes to history class. The dates get me, bro, every single time. I can't memorize stuff. So, give me a name. If you care to give me a name with like 14 syllables in it, I'm not remembering that. It's a different language.
You mean a dinosaur with the 14 syllables, or just like anything?
Like it's gonna be like Supratrachonic
Yeah,
Saurus,
that's it.
like Supratrachonic Nitrogen Saurus Rex or something like that. And it's gonna be like a mouse or something like that.
Um,
Aiden's judging me over there. I can see it on his face.
How dare you?
Well,
Yeah.
you want to give me the names of? I want you to give me the scientific name of a pterodactyl. I know it's not pterodactyl.
yeah, no. Wait. You said the scientific name?
The full Latin scientific name.
You mean pteranodon, or like the same? It's the same thing, but like, what do you mean?
No, that's
like,
the species.
I would say like that's like the species, but what do you mean? Like, do you know it?
No,
Okay,
I was just
what?
asking. I was just
I don't know.
asking if
I
anyone
don't
knew.
know.
All
Be
right,
like Paratharacticalus,
Just wanna-
bippity boppity boo.
bippity boppity boo. Did you just cast a magic spell on me?
Now you know everything about dinosaurs 100%.
Yep.
Yep, totally.
I know that the rarest dinosaur was actually your mom.
that's not funny.
My fault.
Fun fact, you know the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park?
Uh-huh.
That thing is not a Velociraptor. Velociraptors are like are like 3 feet tall and little fuzzy birds. That's I think it's called a Utah Raptor is what they use in
Yeah.
the movies.
So basically, a midget.
Yeah.
I think my little brother couldn't even ride that. I'm not gonna lie, and he's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
That's
The,
wild.
the Velociraptor is not the thing in the movies.
I was gonna say the perfect punting size, but then again, like 3 feet. 3 feet is all right. I mean, like that's like half my height. Well, I'm
You, like,
5'11", so
break
it's like
their ankles.
yeah. I mean, like I feel like you wouldn't be able to punt that. I mean, like in the way I've seen them. Okay, I have a question then. If it's not the size isn't accurate, if it's not the right species, is what they talk about in the movies real? Like how they like function as like a group. Is that real? Like is that
They found a lot of bones in packs. So yeah, probably, but I don't know if they
hunted
like
the way they said they did?
outsmarted their prey or
Yeah,
whatever. But
because
we
that's a
can't
little
really.
hard to tell whether they did the tactics they did. I feel like that's just movie stuff, but it is a really interesting thing to think one acted as a decoy while one snuck up from behind. Like that's kind of tactics that we use in like not like people though. We use like outsmart them. We just like sneak up behind them, use something to take out their attention. That's something we would do
I mean,
nowadays.
Modern animals today do that, so it's totally possible. But there's just no like, we can't tell. All we know is they hunted in packs. Utah raptor.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that makes sense. They have to hunt in packs. Those things are tiny, man. That's if they hunted by themselves, man. They think they're him, bro, and they're literally like 3 feet tall, and they're like the little midget version of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Precisely.
Okay.
I kept talking, but we need to go around and say everybody's favorite dinosaur at least. Calvin, you have to say.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to pick at
This
least
isn't
two.
really like a dinosaur. It's kind of like a cat / dinosaur, but Thylacolea. You know what that is? It's like
the saber-toothed tiger.
not quite. It's like that, but
Special
like
effect.
4 times bigger.
Oh.
It'll just sit on trees. Obviously, in Ark it does this, and like in what's it called? In real life, it probably wouldn't do this, but and yeah, it just jumps off and like I don't know. That's my favorite like creature in the game. In real life, I don't know. I don't really know too much about anything really. So yeah, Sean. Or
Sean, number 2. What's your favorite dinosaur?
I don't have a favorite, but I'm just gonna say dodo bird.
What? Close enough.
Like from the dodo bird. You talk about the one from like the Up movie. Wasn't that the dodo bird?
No,
No.
something else.
Am I being
That
dumb?
big
Wasn't that a
bird.
dodo
Oh, yeah,
bird?
that's the.
The
no,
dodo
is that
birds are
dodo
like
Bird is.
The
chickens,
sniper-
but
the
just a little
sniper?
bit bigger.
Oh, okay. They're like
Yeah.
that one from the movie Up, but bigger, kind of. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're
not
way
really.
smaller than the one from Up, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, okay.
like a football. That's exactly what.
Oh,
a dodo bird's called.
puntable size. Okay.
It's kind of like a little chicken.
Have you ever watched?
Dodo birds are 3 feet tall.
This is something that's.
They're like that big.
Basically, if you took a chicken
Extra
and
chicken
slapped
nuggets.
a toucan beak on it.
Yeah.
What?
You know what a
Thomas, do you have a favorite dinosaur?
Diplodocus. I love them.
Isn't that the one with the
so
giant
much.
fin? Am I being dumb
No.
again?
It's not.
The one that's like it's like a
You get Spinosaurus.
That's Spinosaurus.
Yeah, but see, that's that.
I might have to whip out trusty Google here. You want to spell that out for me?
I have no idea. how to
Di-
spell that.
Dipliosaurus. Saurus.
You're right.
I
it's
probably
Spinosaurus
butchered
with a
that.
giant spine.
Does it look like this with the
Like
weird
called-
fans?
No.
I hate this. I hate this game.
Not the one that,
Hold
like,
on a
spits.
second. Give me a second.
Wait. Yeah.
You
that's-
said
that's
dip.
the little-
What was it called again?
Dip. Yeah,
Oh,
bad.
yeah,
A Bronchiosaurus?
No, I mean
It's like a
it's
smaller.
way smaller.
Oh, why didn't you just tell me it was a smaller version of a Bronchiosaurus? Then that would have clicked. I know like the T-Rex, the Velociraptor, the Pterodactyl, and the Bronchiosaurus, and the Triceratops. That's about it, bro. I know like the OG 5 dinosaurs. Okay, you gotta help relate that to me, okay? Oh, and the Megalodon, if you count that as a dinosaur.
Parasaurus.
Sure.
Parasaurus?
What's
Okay.
what's the big underwater one? Mosasaurus? No.
Oh,
Mosasaurus,
yeah,
it's one of
Mosasaurus.
them, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying?
Abdallah.
The Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
Spinosaurus.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But what Thomas said is the Parasaurus. That's also like the OG. Because remember the dinosaur with the big crest?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it like the Bronchiosaurus, but it's got a crest on its head or something like that?
It's way smaller.
I'll show you.
I mean, like, okay, like,
That's way
similar, and I didn't mean like exactly the same. I mean like similar in build, like they look the same, like long neck,
No.
long tails, like stuff
Not
like that.
really. It stands on 2 legs most time.
Oh,
This
that
is-
one.
yeah.
I think I actually know what you're talking about now. Hold on, I'm locked in chat. Yeah, that one. Actually, like, I like unlocked it. I like unlocked it.
Okay. Well, does anyone have anything else to talk about dinosaurs?
Did you know
If not, we can
apparently
spin the wheel.
they think that T-Rexes actually had feathers, at least when they were babies, at least, and they just shed them. But imagine just shedding feathers. You were like, hey, these things suck. I don't need them anymore, and you just get rid of them when you become older.
Relatable.
Imagine if you could just like get rid of the hair on your body and be like, yeah, I don't need this stuff anymore. Bye, and you just shed it all off.
Balding.
That's basically what they did. They said, hey, these feathers are useless. I don't need them anymore. Goodbye. That was actually interesting, and I got the I want to know your guys' opinion. I don't know if you know this or not, but do you think T-Rexes can swim?
No.
Ironically enough, some studies have shown, like some archaeologists think they can just because of their really powerful legs. What they do is they basically do a version of doggy paddling, but with their legs. And because we think about it, like, those guys got huge legs. I mean, if you know, they run really fast in a straight line, right? That's what they're known for, like, really fast running in a straight line, but not, like, sharp turns, right? Because they can pick up at high speeds for their body weight. But ironically enough, if you think about it, that's kind of what swimming is, kind of, if you think about it. Like, if you're just treading water, that's what you're doing. You're basically just running, depending on what you do. But obviously, we have different ways we tread water.
How would they doggy paddle if their legs are on their back?
I said similar to doggy paddling. They basically just use their big feet, and they essentially just walk on the water. But not walk, like they. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. It's weird. I saw someone made a video of it, like just show like an animation showing how that would work. And it was weird because I'm like, you don't think it would work, right? Because they would probably lean forward, right? Like since they can't use their arms, they wouldn't be able to keep themselves up and they drown. But I thought it was interesting because of the way their body's made. You know, they have like their legs and they just swim through. I thought that was weird. I'm like, dang, I didn't know that. I mean, but it kind of makes sense if I think about like a little bit. Like if they couldn't swim, like, oh, come on, what animal can't swim? I mean, if you can't swim, like you're just mid. Not gonna lie.
So Sean, have you ever gotten in the water and went swimming, like lap swimming, for instance, and just moved your legs?
All the time.
And
it works.
You stay above water?
Yes.
Without your arms?
Yes.
Okay, maybe it would work.
But to be fair,
No
I
flopping.
do live on a lake, so to be fair, I swim a lot, so I'm used to swimming like that.
Okay.
Also, you know, I feel like it's because, you know, like we stand on our legs all day, but like T-Rexes just had really powerful legs. Like their whole body was just built around their jaws and their legs, right? I mean, like we have arms, right? They have twigs. Like they don't have anything. Like they got nerfed in the arm department, so they got to be buffed in the leg department, right? Otherwise, then they just suck because they only got like 1/4 of like 1/2 of their like body, you know. So they got to be like changed up. So they probably had just like stronger legs, I think.
They could probably use the legs to keep themselves afloat and then use their tail for propulsion.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah, actually, I forgot about that. Actually, was part of the video. Actually, now that I
Maybe on
remember
their back would help too.
swimming on their back.
Yeah, like
Couldn't,
just maybe-
because how would they breathe?
What? They would have their mouth above the water.
Well, yeah, that's what they. You know, they also. I'm pretty sure don't. Hold on. That's what they do. They use their legs to keep themselves above float, and they use the tail for propulsion. Actually, I do remember that now. I promise I'm not making that up. This isn't a National Geographic video. Actually, I watched it on a National Geographic page. So, this is not a random YouTube video for anybody who's watching saying, "Oh, it's secondhand information." No. I wouldn't bring a random YouTube video on the podcast and say it's fact. I'm not saying it's fact, but I'm saying I learned this.
Okay, so is everyone ready to spin the wheel? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Lord almighty.
Okay.
The Wild West.
Which one
We should know the
Now.
most about this since we're like in Texas, you know.
Yeah, we are actually in Texas, basically where the Wild West was invented. We are the Wild West here, guys. Like we're just them. We are the
Though
Wild
we're
West.
south.
Pretend like the fact that we don't live in a city, but we are in the Wild West. Now, I want to get this story off real quick. So I went down to South Texas, right? And there is somewhere called the King Ranch. Have you ever heard of the King Ranch before?
No.
It's interesting because the King Ranch has a bunch of land. Like they're one of the biggest, if not the biggest farms in America. Like they're known for raising cattle, but they have so much land just in Texas that's connected together that they're bigger than Rhode Island. Like they're bigger than a state. Like you might not think that's that big, but if you think about it, that's pretty big. Like they're bigger than like DFW like area. Like they're as big. They have a huge amount of land, and they own land like all across the USA too, because there's different crops you can go in different areas, right? So just a little backstory about it. I went to the King Ranch, and I learned that one Bucky, what's not Bucky? What is this? That's something the kid, man. I'm so tired right now. Billy the Kid, yeah, Billy the
Oh.
Kid. They think they didn't. He obviously didn't say that he was Billy the Kid, but they ended up getting one of his horses that he had, the horse he was known to have, and as they think that what happened was as he was going down, he went to Mexico, right, to get out of there, and as he was going down, he stopped by their ranch when it was still small, right, and he stayed the night. Now they didn't know who he was, and they said, as a token of thanks, as he was leaving, there was a guide to show him the way to Mexico, right? And as he was leaving, he said, "Here, let me trade horses with the guide." And obviously, his horse was better, but he did it as a parting gift, like thank you, right? And that horse was so good that they actually used it to foster their whole new line of horses, like that. He's the founding father of their new breed of horses. They still use to this day.
Dang.
Which I think is crazy. So, Billy the Kid helped a ginormous ranch foster a new breed of horses, and their horses are good enough that they also have people make these saddles, right? And these people came up from like Mexico, and they make extremely high quality saddles, so good that they only make 20 per year. Like one person will make 20 saddles in a whole year. That's how long they take to make them. They're handmade, and like I heard that they sell those saddles like all around the world. They're really good. So there's some Wild West facts.
Wow.
I feel like. Wait,
No, I'm just wow.
I feel like it's kind of crazy that back in the Wild West, you really could like someone like going on like a shoot off and like they like 1, 2, 3 turn around like shoot. If someone died, really it's like not that crazy. It wasn't like now if someone did that, that's like a whole news report,
Jail
like, a whole
time.
crime thing. Yeah, now it's like obviously it wasn't like nothing, but it was really like nothing. Like I know it's like portrayed that in movies, but that is kind of how it went. Like if
Like
someone,
it was like, oh, whatever,
just
he
usual.
lost. He's a loser. It's fine. We'll just bury him in the backyard.
yeah, it wasn't like a crazy thing. But yeah.
It reminded me of like something a little off topic, but it reminded me of how like in like ancient like China and stuff, it's similar to the samurais. Like I said, you bumped into a samurai sword, they were legally allowed to cut you down right there and there. Like they could just cut your head off and no one would think that was bad. Like they're like, yo, you bumped into his sword, off with their head. Like they could do that without any repercussions. So similar, I felt like at least.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's actually illegal. I mean, it used to be illegal to go on the left side of the thing because they had the holster on the right. Like there was so many bumps. Like they bump into each other's swords.
Yeah, that makes.
Wait. Guns? Wait, Wild West? Sorry, I
We
lost
said
the top a little
holster
bit.
and then sword.
Oh,
Holster is
oh,
for
it's
a
like
gun. sheath
samurais?
is for-
Okay. Sorry, I just
Yeah.
blinked for a second. Say what?
It's actually interesting.
Well, Sean, do you have anything about Wild West?
Mm.
Like a movie or anything?
Got some
Red Dead.
gunslinger topics
Yeah,
for
Red Dead.
us.
I want to say it. I
About
want to say it.
weapons. Got some gunslinger topics for us, guys.
Wait,
And now Wild West.
I would say last time, was it you that said you didn't finish it? Or like Aiden? I can't remember who said that.
Finish what?
Red Dead?
Yeah.
You finished it?
No, I didn't.
Oh
It's
my
a
God. How? Wait,
Wild
how is
West
that
style
possible?
game.
Like you're still playing it, or like you just haven't like finished it? Like you started a long time
I
ago.
haven't played it in a while.
Do
Oh
you
my
think
God.
you guys
Yeah,
could
finish
win in a shoot off? Like if you had to go and do a dual style shoot off from the Wild West, do you think you could win?
No.
I've
Someone
never
my
shot a
age or
gun.
someone with
I would say
experience?
right now.
What?
Like right now? Like with
Like
someone,
if you just got up and you were to have a Wild West style shoot off, could you win right now?
with who?
Your average person in the Wild West who had a gun.
No.
Probably not. No, most likely not.
Okay. Just-
I mean, yeah, like I know to shoot a gun, but I don't know, like bullet revolver, whatever.
Was it
How
in
they
the
do it.
rules to, as soon as they say go, to duck to the ground and dodge, so you can't shoot and then shoot him? Is that in the rules, or did you have to stand up?
I don't know, honestly. In the moment,
Be
there's rules, but I wouldn't care. It's either me
like,
die or you die. Like,
I'm gonna
what?
drop shoot him like in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm gonna do a drop shot on him.
Oh
He's
my
not gonna
God.
see it coming, bro.
I do.
Sorry, that's my fault. I actually saw a video of this guy with a revolver, right, like a regular 6-shooter, and he had this like technique where he would shoot a gun and drag his hand over the top of the gun, where it hit, like, did the hammer, right, and would pull the hammer back just right over his fingers, that he would be able to fire 3 shots, like bam, 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 like that fast. because I did it slow mo, and he with his because he had his forefingers are a little slightly spread apart when he went over the hammer, right? And so it caught on each of his fingers, and he pulled it back again as it shot. You could tell he practiced that a lot. He had a band-aid over his pinky finger. You could tell he practiced that a lot because apparently at the end of it, your must have heard, but his pinky finger was like in between the hammer at the end. So like I was like, this student must have practiced a lot. He was born in the wrong time to be practicing that. He should have been born in the Wild West. He would have been crazy. Just imagine like there's just 3 people and he's like boom boom boom, and like just in 1 second they're all down. He would have been like, or would have been the sheriff of a town or something like that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
I do have one Wild West fact that I remember. There's a guy, he's alive today, and he has the record for the fastest quick draw. And his quick draw is so fast. What he does is he grabs the revolver, pulls it out just barely out of the thing, fires a shot, and then puts it back in less than half a second. It's inhuman.
Yeah, but I've seen stuff like that before, and what I don't like is the fact that the people I see doing like speed quick draws. If you've ever seen like a video of someone doing it, it's actually a sport, I'm pretty sure. What they do is they're on like their tippy toes and they're leaning all the way back like a JoJo pose. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that because like that's not realistic. They're on their tippy toes leaning so far back that their holster's practically like level with the ground. So they don't have to like rotate it, right? Like it makes sense, but like that's just not cool, man. You're like a loser. You have to like do that. And so when they pull it out, I think he did it in like 0.31 seconds. But I'm like, come on, realistically, like, cool, you can do that with preparation. But if you're out in a duel, you think you're gonna hit that pose and be able to do that like shot? Like, no, you're not slick, buddy.
well, does anyone else have any Wild West facts or things? No.
Back
Okay.
in my old day, my pawpaw.
I have something.
Okay.
So it's funny. I'm sitting here listening to you guys talk about all this, and whenever you first spun the wheel and came up with the topic or whatever, I'm sitting here thinking, listening to you guys, and you guys are talking about like the horses and the fighting and guns and all of that, right? And I'm sitting here thinking about like the swing doors and all of the dust, and I'm not thinking anything
Tumbleweeds.
about that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
like walking a bar like piano guys like.
I think that when I think of like a wild thing like the duels and like you know what the scene where the guy steps in the bar, he knocks out the doors and goes da da.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking too.
And he's like walking down, you know, he's like looking out the side.
Bar
He's like,
fights.
And the
Yeah,
women
gimme.
wearing all like the bonnets,
Yeah.
and the like dresses.
you know,
That's what I'm thinking
he
of.
grabs the tip of his hat. He's like, give me a whiskey. He's like, what are you doing in my town? Sheriff, I'm just here to have a drink. You know, like the old style. Like, I get that. Yeah, that's iconic. Although the only thing I remember of like Wild West stuff is like all like the action and stuff like that. Cause that's just the most memorable. Like the intense moments and stuff like that. The random tumbleweed.
So intense right there.
Yeah, I've driven through deserts before, and I can in fact admit there are tumbleweeds there that do just randomly roll by you.
Yeah.
It is canon.
I used to live in the desert in White Sands, New Mexico. White Sands Missile Range.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what it was like.
Yeah, I lived in I used to live in California, and we would drive back because my grandma lives here. So occasionally, like we would drive to meet her, but we'd have to go through a lot of deserts, and there were in fact tumbleweeds. I actually experienced a sandstorm one time. We had to go pull up the side of the road, and there's a sandstorm. Now you might think, oh, it's not that bad. It's basically just a blizzard with sand. Like you can't see anything, and you have to stop. I think we had to like turn off the ACs to make sure like sand didn't get in and stuff like that. It was wild. Like we couldn't even get out of the car. There was just so much sand.
That's pretty scary, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Similarly, if I actually experienced my first blizzard, I went on a vacation like Utah, and there was a blizzard that was so bad like you literally couldn't even see like 10 feet in front of you. Like they said that was the worst whiteout in like 5 years.
So I used to live in Utah.
Where haven't you lived?
And we would have to shovel our driveway like 3 times a day if we wanted to go anywhere.
Jeez, that's crazy.
The ice, it's the ice, man. You know, in the day, the snow melts. I learned that. That's where the snow's not the worst part. It's because in the day, the snow melts, and then it freezes again at night, and it becomes ice on the roads. That's the worst part. I could see these huge industrial machines just running through and like getting the ice off.
Yeah, like salt and stuff.
I remember one day I was pregnant and I was outside shoveling the driveway, and there was a guy across the street from me, and he had one of those machines. It's like a snowblower. He's just walking along, watching me sit over there, little old me or big old me in this situation, shoveling. You know, I was probably 9 months pregnant at this point, and this guy's just walking along with, never even offered to help.
She's an adult, by the way, for reasons.
Yes, I am an
Yes,
adult.
yes.
For reasons.
Well, yes, we don't want
For
to
the
get.
reasons
We don't.
of
this is going
I've
on-
grown up.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is
what
this is going on YouTube. Which clarification is good when stuff is going on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think it's time to spin the next
let's say,
topic.
do we
We've
wanna
got
do
a
one more
little bit off
topic?
top.
I don't think we have like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Do
we
we?
have 4 minutes.
Let's see if we get. I think
We can do
I'm feeling a little gambly today.
We
You know,
should
test our
speedrun the
luck.
last
See if we
topic.
see if we get a nice quick topic. Feeling like gambling. Let's go gambling.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, dang. Of course, we had to give.
Okay,
one of the ones
Sean,
that
I'll
we
just
quickly
get rid of the
talk
carry.
about. Social media. Now, I'm gonna be realistic with this. Half of us here watch YouTube, and I don't know if you consider that social media. So, we have Abdallah and Sean are going to carry this conversation for us.
Oh, he doesn't
Okay.
want to.
Okay.
Well, that's too bad.
So
Literally, the only thing I do is probably look at Facebook Marketplace. I look at
That's
cars,
all you use social media for is Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, it's social
precisely.
media.
And I just look at cars.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Sean. Okay. Tell us
Okay, Sean,
everything that's going on right
what's
now.
the social media
Okay.
trends,
Okay,
all
so,
the dances.
All the dances, honestly, they're all the same now, but they just like do it differently every time. But they're pretty much the same moves,
Okay.
which is really annoying. Like just watching the same
Like the
dance
original
over
Man
and over
Con?
and over. Yeah.
Losers.
And then
Let's see.
Okay,
Like-
what super?
don't listen to
political-
anything on social media. Like
Yeah.
at
yeah.
all.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Well, what super
Good disclaimer.
political event according to social media is happening?
A lot.
Too much.
According to social media, your mom is at the supermarket propagating Republican information. That's the latest news.
Precisely.
Gosh.
We aren't here for politics. We're here for everything else.
Okay.
No one's got any
Yeah.
social media?
I would say.
I realize it's probably like hard to do when we
Guys,
don't
if we
have
do one
video
more?
context to go over with the social media. All right, let's do
Okay,
one
so,
quick
brush.
one more. Ooh, bad habits or slash strength. Now I think this is something quick we can go around the table do. A bad habit I have. I would honestly say my worst habit is staying up later at night. Honestly, I could go to bed earlier, and that would be better for me. I would say my strength. That's a habit. I'd say my thing. That's something I feel like is like a weakness. Is my. It's hard for me to like focus on something to get attention, right? But my strength is like when I get that attention, I can work really hard for a long period of time without losing that focus. That's-
Okay. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. Well, we'll go quick. Here, Sean. Do you have anything?
No.
No. You have
You
no
don't
bad
have
habits.
any
can't
bad
think right now.
habits
I
or
can't think
any
right now.
Okay,
strengths.
Sean's just a normal person. He has no bad habits, no strength.
He's
I can't
just
think
you're
right
out.
now.
He's just
Thomas?
Chill
basic.
guy.
What?
Chill guy.
He's a chill
He's
guy.
a chill guy. Yeah, Sean's just a chill guy. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, what's your what do you think you're good at? Like it doesn't have to be like big. Like I said, like I'm good at focusing.
I'm pretty good at breathing.
Okay, but
It's pretty good.
You have to be good at that.
man, you guys are really good at content. You know that? Like I'm like
Yeah.
mind blown. Like we're gonna meet like 1 million subscribers like really fast. This is crazy.
Excellent.
Do you want? So should we keep going around the table?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Abdallah, you have any bad habits?
I definitely do, but I cannot think of them. I know for a fact I do.
Yeah. No.
What?
I
Sure.
eat
Are
too.
you-
I have junk food way too much.
Okay, yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's a good.
junk food and
Yeah.
the soda.
That's a relatable one if I'm being honest. I could do better with that too.
Yeah.
Maybe strengths.
Fast
Um,
metabolism.
No, I do
That's
not have
true,
a
yeah.
fast metabolism. I wish. I mean, I could, yeah, like same thing. I usually, when I want to do something, I usually put my mind to it, and I could do it for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
good,
W scale, especially when schoolwork. But I'm telling you, the mornings are a struggle, man. If I get locked in, I work right over lunch. I'm not even kidding you. I usually don't even eat lunch when I'm doing school. I'm homeschooled, right? But like it's not like bad. I just don't even notice like I'm hungry, and I end up eating around like 2 or 3 o'clock just because I just work right over lunch. I just don't even notice it.
Okay, so it's like
I'm built different, guys.
so it's a strength, but it kind of turns into a bad habit because you just don't stop.
Alright, Calvin,
Sort of, no.
do you have any?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. I was like the whole time I was trying to think, and like I don't know.
Like
I
no,
know-
like
I don't
little
do
bad
that.
habits. Like you think something that you could, like you don't necessarily bad. Just something like, hey, I should probably change this. Like it's not like it's not something I should be doing. Like it doesn't
Okay.
even like bad. Just like something that you want to change, maybe.
Alright, guys, let's do our last person. Aiden, do you have any
Or skip.
bad habits or strengths?
I can partly blame my parents for this because they never ingrained it in me. But I keep forgetting to brush my teeth, and sometimes I'll go like
I see.
3 days without brushing my teeth. It's pretty bad.
It's
Yeah.
it's a streak, man. The more you the days in a row you get, the better, man. You get a medal after 2 months. I heard you get a medal.
It's like,
It's called a cavity. It's a permanent medal.
okay. I know.
Not good, man.
All right, that is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Wheel of Mysteries. Let's spin into the unknown.